My name is Gideon and I want to show you how to configure Scoopwriter, New Scoop's distraction-free article edit screen. You find the configuration settings under Plugins, Scoopwriter, and here you can see all the options that you can tweak now. To show you how that works, I already opened an article. And we start with the images, and you can see here an image showing up 100% full width, and there's another one just showing up with, let's say, 33% or something like that. This appearance, if you drag and drop an image into the body of an article, can be adapted, and you just have to go to the configuration. We do that now. And tweak the image sizes. So the small size here is 30%, medium size is 50%, big size is 100%. So let's change that now, and we increase the small size to, let's say, 45% and medium size to 66%. And that's pretty much all you have to do if you want to adapt the size of the images dragged and dropped into the content container of the article. And you can also define in which size, either small, medium or big, it should show up per default. So in our case, let's say we want to show it up in big size if we do so. So I save these changes now. I'm going to refresh the article and then show you how that works in detail. So first of all, we can now see the smaller images are much bigger. It's now 45%. And now let's move another image into the body of the article. Here is one, and you can see the dashed lines here showing up if a new image is going into the body of an article. And I drop it in, and you see it shows up in 100% width of the content container. Now we can tweak that just by clicking on the image, and then we can switch between medium, small, and big again. And of course, we can also adapt the alignment to match your needs. Let's put it like that. Save those changes. And that's how you adapt the size of the images easily by configuring it as you wish. Now let's go to the title position here in the configuration settings, and there's a bit more to explain about it. Let us go back to the article and I show you what I mean. So if hovering over elements of the article, you see the name of the respective article type field showing up. At first here it's the title, second catchline, third is deck, and in our case the body is called full text here. So you can change the order of all these elements in regards to the article type fields. That has been possible forever already. Let us do that now, and we go to configure, article types, fields. In here for the article type news that I choose now, we can change the order of the fields. So for example, if I want to have the deck before the catch line, I simply click on the little arrow and it will appear in front of it. On top of that, if installing the Scoopwriter plugin, there will be a new column here in the article type fields list, and that is called editorial content ? So I can mark certain fields as editorial content, and they will show up in the article right away. If I mark them or switch off the editorial content, then they're just shown below the line of our article interface. Let me show you what I mean with that. We go back to the article. And first of all, you can see now the deck is here at position number 2. And here you see the line that I've been referring to. So the field summary and custom field are not showing up immediately because they're not regarded as editorial content, but just metadata. So you can see them only below, and as an editor you won't be distracted by these metadata fields not being part of the content. That's pretty cool. But now still we have the issue that the title is on position number 1, because this is the default behavior of NewsScoop, showing the title on position number 1. And to tweak that behavior, because I would now actually like the deck to be on the first position, we go back to the configuration panel and we can change here the title position. I make it number 2 now, and by doing this and refreshing the article, you will see that now the title was moved to position number 2. Here we go. Wonderful. Yeah, that's a very important part of the configuration, but let's move on. Switches. NewsScoop has standard switches. I show you what I mean. So on the right side of the Scoopwriter, you find all metadata fields, also the switches. And you can see here show on front page, show on section page. These are standard switches coming with a NewsScoop installation, but many templates are actually not using these anymore, but rather work with featured article lists. So if to not be distracted by it or confused, you can simply switch them off through the configuration. We do that now. Show standard switches? No. We save that, and we can see that they disappear from this authoring environment. And you can see no more standard switches showing up. Pretty nice. Next topic are the field placeholders. There's not so much to show actually. You can provide a small text to indicate that this is a field still in need to get content. So it basically is like a little flag to the editor saying, hello, here I am, please provide some content. And this text can obviously be changed. I show you how that looks. Now these fields have all been filled in, but for the custom fields in this case, here for the summary field, there is still missing content, and this is the placeholder text that can be changed by you in the configuration. API configuration, that's rather for sysadmins. We can skip that here. The name of the endpoint can actually be changed, but please, you as an editor, don't touch that. And then a very important part, the permissions for the plugin, because you can run both the Scoopwriter plugin and the old article edit screen. And you can assign the right to use the Scoopwriter to certain authors or editors only. And if you search for these editors here in the configuration and you find them and switch them on, for example, I would like now to assign Peter Parker to become a Scoopwriter user, then I simply switch on his name here and I save it, and immediately now Peter Parker, if logging into this NewsScoop instance, will be able to use the Scoopwriter plugin. Now finally, custom styles. Of course you can adapt the look and feel of the plugin, or rather the authoring environment, to the needs of your publication. So you would like to match the design as much as possible to your design in the front end. And that's easily possible by adjusting the CSS that you can see here. So you can adjust all headlines, paragraphs, specific type of text, and so on. That can all be managed here. Please ask your web designer to help you with that. But there's one thing that you can certainly do on your own, and this is about the viewports for desktop, tablet, and mobile. Because the Scoopwriter plugin allows you to view the content in different viewports. Here you can see the desktop view, adapt now to tablet, and you can see it shows up much more narrow, and going to mobile it's even more narrow. So the editor will get a really good feeling on how that will look on the different output channels. How do you adjust that? You go here to viewport styles in the custom styles, and let's say the mobile view is a bit too wide for me, so I adapted, and instead of 640 I put here 480 pixels. I saved these settings, and then now refreshing the interface, I can show you how that looks. So switching back to mobile viewing, you can see it shows up much more narrow and more maybe closer to how the mobile view for this publication is. Yeah, that's basically all you need to know to start having fun with Scoopwriter, New Scoop's distraction-free authoring environment. Please don't forget to provide your feedback. It's still in beta, so you might stumble upon about a few bugs. Then don't hesitate and report them back to us. Also, we are happy about improvement requests, also positive feedback. We love that. Thanks a lot for your attention. Bye bye.